everybody. Welcome to She. We're super excited today to have you on. So buckle up because we have an amazing night prepared for you. I'll share my screen. A little bit about us. We are She. She owns, she builds, she invests. She is me, she's you, she's all of us. So thank you so much for joining. We are on a mission to help 1 million women create wealth through real estate invest. Hold on. Now you can see my screen, right? So welcome. We are live on Facebook. For those who are watching on Facebook, feel free to join directly on Zoom. The link is on the bottom on the comments. So join so you can connect with all of us and with our amazing speaker today. Disclaimer, we are a real estate investment firm. We invest in real estate, but every investment has risk. Do your due diligence. All the speakers that we bring, they offer different products, services. We do not endorse any of them. Do your due diligence. We invite them because we like what they do or we have cross paths with them. So we're here just helping, supporting, and inspiring each other. A little bit about us. We are the women of massive capital. We are a vertically integrated company. We focus on multifamily. We have 1,600 units across Texas, Georgia, Colorado, North Carolina, and we also do new construction for retail centers. So we are vertically integrated. We have the company, the construction company, triple net brokerage, triple net property management, the land development. We also have massive masters for that. For those who are looking to start taking down some deals, they want to do on the other side, not just investing but buying these properties, and you want to do it alongside with us, reach out to any of us and we will be more than happy to go over all the details with you, invite you to our in-person events where we talk about everything about commercial real estate, from finding the deal, funding the deal, operating the deal, and everything in between, right? There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes to take this portfolio, to operate this portfolio. So if you want to learn more, just book a call with us and we will be more than happy to connect with you. Two investment opportunities. On the right side, we have Candela that we are super excited to announce that is fully subscribed now. It's only 3-year hold, but on the left side, we have Horizon Apartments, a classic property, multifamily. If you're looking for cash flow for investors who come in this year, they will start receiving distributions third or fourth quarter of this year. So book a call with us. These opportunities are open only for accredited investors. If you are not an accredited investor or if you're not sure, just connect with us because we also have investment opportunities that open first for non-accredited investors. The only requirement is that we need to have a relationship, so book a call with us and we can let you know about our upcoming projects. These are some pictures that need to be updated about events that we host across the country. We just had the Galentine's events last month, a couple of weeks ago, actually. We're still in February. And that was so much fun. And we are super excited to tell you that we're going to have events in March since it's our anniversary, our second anniversary. And we have other cities joining. So super excited. I'll share all the details. And of course, stay tuned for all the events that we have. Okay. A little bit about real estate and why we invest in real estate. Candace, you want to tell us a little bit about cash flow?
Yeah, real estate is a favorite option for cash flow, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people who are looking for second, third, and fourth income streams when it comes to passive income. You basically rely on us to do the heavy lift, and as the properties receive their rents and sometimes it's land contract money. The cash flow comes in either monthly or quarterly, and the investors benefit from seeing cash flow every quarter or every month, depending on the opportunity.
Nice. Another reason, or something, a fun stat is the average woman keeps 81% of their wealth in cash. With, of course, we know with inflation, recession, everything happening in the market, it loses value over time. And that was me a few years ago. I was just saving money, keep it in the bank. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm not making any money in the bank. I'm making 0.001%. So that's how I ended up in real estate. I figured something out, and then I'm super excited because we're gonna talk about with Valentina about this. But I wanted to start my own business. My purpose was to save money because I wanted to start my own business, but I didn't know what kind of business to start. I didn't know that you can buy a business, any of that. So that's how I bought my first real estate property, just thinking, and I don't want my money to lose value. I wanted to put in something that is gonna appreciate, and that's how I got my first piece of land. But another good benefit about real estate is the leverage. Candace, you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah. Over 43% of women have career breaks. Sometimes those career breaks are planned, like when you decide to take time off and raise a family and have children. But other career breaks sometimes are not anticipated. And you can really leverage your dollars through assets when you've invested in real estate, so that you can have those second and third and fourth income streams coming in from properties that you actually invested in before a surprise might come into your life. I personally had to experience being the designated daughter to care for both of my ailing moms, my mother-in-law and my mom. Both unfortunately passed early from cancer, and as the only daughter in the family, I was really having to take time off and away from my business and my career. And I was very thankful that I had alternative income streams coming in to take the pressure off my personal finances while I could spend time with my moms. So that's a really good reason for people to look at other investment opportunities for passive income. And do you want to talk a little bit about diversification, Jazz?
Yeah, absolutely. And today the speaker that we're gonna talk a lot about diversification. But one of the benefits, you guys probably have here, that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Either just real estate or other investment opportunities. In real estate, of course, there's a few different classes where you can put your money and you can get the benefits of different things. Everything has a strategy, but just diversify your portfolio. Get the best of each asset. So if you want to learn more, just connect with us, because the reality is that every person has different goals, and they are in different situations, right? Financial situations. So just let us get to know you more. And then, of course, the tax benefit, same thing. It doesn't matter how much money you make, but how much money you keep. At the end of the year, we all gotta pay taxes. But if you invest in real estate and if you invest in different asset classes, you can really leverage the tax benefits. And instead of paying that money to the government, you just put it in an asset that is gonna help you create wealth in the long term. So connect with us and we will be happy to go over all that. But okay, with that being said, let's get into the good stuff now.
And now, here's someone you want to hear from, our sponsor.
For over 15 years, Skyline Title has been a trusted name in Texas real estate. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned investors, our team ensures a smooth, reliable closing experience every time. Backed by a decade of partnerships and proven success, we take pride in protecting your biggest investment, your home. Visit skylinehtx.com to learn more.
Candace, please introduce us to our speaker today, Valentina Terranova.
We are so excited. Valentina and I became fast friends through a local family office club that we're a part of. And she's a flourishing entrepreneur and has experience in business development, marketing, finance, uber smart and intelligent Latino woman. She joined Draper Cygnus as a partner to work with them to help them with their deal flow generation, portfolio development, and of course, investor relations. She holds a business administration degree from the University Nacional de Curio. I hope I didn't butcher the Hispanic way to say that. As a specialist in digital marketing from ADN Business School, and she completed a postgraduate program in venture investments from the University Austral. And we're just so happy to have you, Valentina.
Thank you very much, Candice and Jazz, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be with all these incredible women talking about wealth and investments. It's really nice to be here. So thank you very much for having me. So as you told, I'm managing partner at Draper Cygnus. It's a venture capital fund, and we invest in deep tech Latino founders. So we invest in really early stage startups that are working in tech developments and really deep ones. For example, we invest in space companies, in biotech, in AI, also in the crypto and blockchain world. So we are always looking ahead the curve and trying to find great entrepreneurs building new things that will change like whole industries.
That's so awesome. And I'm so excited for you to tell us your story because you've accomplished so much. Can you just share with us a little bit about how you got started and then dove into the venture capital world?
Yeah, sure. Well, I started working in family business. I come from a really entrepreneur family. My grandfather really built from scratch everything. So I started working in a digital newspaper that my family owned in Argentina, where I'm from, in Mendoza. It's like on the countryside of Argentina. So I started working on the digital newspaper and specializing in digital marketing like 15 years ago when it was just getting started, all this internet and all this marketing stuff. But I ended up doing products. So I started to work with the developers, with the tech engineers, and finished making like the app for the newspaper and many features for the newspaper in order to grow. And also like how to monetize all the audience we had. So I started working like with the technology really hard. So that's where I start connecting with the startup ecosystem, because I start to get into near these developers and these tech people. And for me, it was fascinating. But what really made me the first step was traveling around. I went to Mexico, where it's like one of the world's biggest accelerator that they invest in tech startups in Mexico. And then I went to Silicon Valley, and for me that was like to break like a step, because for me it was like when you come like from a country as Argentina, you see Silicon Valley like really far away, and it's like impossible to be there or impossible to be like them. And when you are there, it's like people is just like you. They're building things just like you. They were surprised that I had more than 2 million users and how much money or revenue I was creating with like to monetize this audience. So it was like, they are surprised of what I am doing. It's like this doesn't make sense for me. So that was like, okay, so we can build technology from Mendoza, Argentina, that can be like ahead and on the same place, also on the same like spot as on Silicon Valley. So there are kids like me that on their 20s and their 30s that are just making things, building technology. So that for me was a really like breakthrough in my career. So when I came back, I was like really amazed of everything I connected with. So my father told me, okay, so you met a lot of people, you met a lot of startups, projects. Let's choose one and let's make our first angel investment. So, and there we did everything you shouldn't do. These are really, yeah. These are really high risk companies because it's like startups are really hard. And most of them fail. So you have to have a portfolio that's really diversified. But we did it the wrong way. We invested just in one company. I don't know if we were very lucky or it just I was meant to make this as a living because that company went really good. So we made like a very huge revaluation of that investment. So it was a really good one. And then that was the moment when I decided I wanted to do this like as a living. So I built my own accelerator in Mendoza in Argentina, where I live. It's a place where there was no investors, no tech investors, a really small tech ecosystem. So we built a co-working space and the accelerator to start to generate the ecosystem. And we started investing, like we went with a PowerPoint, knocking doors of investors. We want to create this. We want to start investing in tech companies. So we were two guys in their late 20s, and we want to do this. And the businessman from our city really supported us. So we invested our first $1 million in 15 companies. And when we started, it was like, we're not going to make it. How we're going to get a fund of $1 million? We are like two kids. And we did it. And it was really incredible, like to see like the picture like 4 or 5 years later. And those companies are going good. These are very long-term investments. So we have them. Some of them are dead, some of them are going well, and some of them are going incredibly well. But it's an industry that it's really with a really high illiquid asset class and really long term. So you can see that the value is being generated, but you don't have like distributions like in other type of investments. And there I met who became my new partners because they were launching Draper Cygnus 2. That was a VC fund. It does the same as the accelerator, but in a bigger stage. So they invited me to join as a partner to the next fund. So we fundraised Draper Cygnus 2, and now we are fundraising Draper Cygnus 3. So we have more than 50 companies in our portfolio with this thesis of deep tech Latino founders. So that's the long story short. There are many years in the middle of that.
It is incredible. It is just one of those perseverance, make it big stories, right? Like you said, you only invested in one, and that was the wrong thing that most venture capital or angel investors do is put all their eggs in one basket. But it worked out for you. It was in God's plan for you, and that is an amazing story. So
yeah, when I got in connection with these startups ecosystem, I really felt in love with it. I was like, I want to work in this industry. I don't know how, I don't know with whom, I don't know, but it was like a first love sight. I knew it. It was, this is for me. I want to do this for a living. So, and I always say right now that I have the best work in the world.
Yeah, that's because you love and you enjoy what you do. And I feel related in that part. Like sometimes we take for granted what we have, like you say, like you built all this in Argentina and then going to Silicon Valley, and people were amazed of what you are thinking. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I'm not that big deal, but sometimes we don't realize, especially I think it's if it's a women thing that we kind of take for granted, or at least the thing that I realized was something that for me is normal. And oh, yeah, I have done this and that, or, different startups or whatever. For somebody else, it's not what they're good at, and we take it for granted, but this is a skill set. So congratulations on that. That's amazing. Your trajectory. That's very, very inspiring. And of course, tell us a little bit about how do you integrate. You are very focused on rebuilding society, empowering like Latino entrepreneurs and all that. But how do you integrate your values into this investment strategy?
Because first of all, I think like we are looking on a space that is really, really, really overlooked. It's like less than 2% of all the VC fund money goes to Latinos. So it's like no one is looking there. And we have proved that there is a lot of incredible, talented people working on there, and that we can do like world-class technology from Latino founders. So we are working on a space that no one is looking there. So we are empowering that people and getting them access to capital. So the first one that sometimes is like the most difficult one, the first rounds, the first investments, when you don't have anything proved yet, when you are just still figuring out your business model, or you are still pre-revenue many times. So we really bet on those incredible people that have a really strong vision and that are very like powerful. Like we look more for people and vision than for everything else. It's like maybe we don't look so much on the business model. We look on the vision of making something really bold and really great. And if that team will be capable of doing it and make something really, really, really big. It's like in the tech industry, we look like for billion-dollar companies. That team must have the skills to take this company really to a really huge market. That's our goal. So we're looking on some spots that no one is looking. Of course, me as a woman in tech, it's really difficult to find women founders with this vision in this deep tech space, because we do like really hard technology, as I told you, space or bio. But in biotech, you can find more scientists. Like there, it's the better place for women. But I think like what I find that it's the most difficult thing. It's for us to believe that we can make something really big. It's like we need to have everything under control to go to the next step. And maybe I see guys that they don't care. They say, I'm gonna go for everything. So we are like a little bit more under control all the time, and I think we need to be like more aggressive and to think bigger and if we don't know everything and we don't have everything figured out, it doesn't care. Keep on going and keep on building, and it's gonna happen. So like that's one of the things I'm always pushing a lot for us to think bigger.
That's so amazing, because that's one of the things that our core values. Like we need to go to the next level, and until we hear somebody like you, somebody like any of the ladies here in the community, we realize, oh, it is possible. We can, I was dreaming too small. Like, this is my goal. And when we listen to somebody like you who has done all these things, it helps me realize that I can do more, that I have the potential, that I've been pretty much controlling everything and self-sabotaging and doing all these things. So that is so amazing.
Yeah, I really like diversity there. For me, I've always had like men partners, and they have always pushed me to the next level. And it's like my first fund in the accelerator, my partner was, we're gonna fundraise $1 million. And I look at him and I told, you are crazy. How we're gonna do it? We're gonna make it, don't worry. And then we push a lot. When somebody puts a framework for us, we are really hardworking and push. And the same happened to me with the big fund. Like my partners we're gonna go for a $30 million fund. And I was like, what? So it's really difficult for us to figure out like the first framework. But once we buy it, we work really hard to get it. And we are the best pushing like every day to make things happen. So I really like this balance thing, but also I think we should empower ourselves much more and dream bigger and think bigger, because we can do it.
That's exactly what this community is all about. And I knew you would be inspiring not only to us on the panel, but to the ladies who have an opportunity to hear this tonight. So you mentioned earlier about women being underrepresented, underrepresented in the venture capital space, but I think in finance and entrepreneurship in period, women are very underrepresented. You'll see when you go to a page about us, it'll have all these men sitting at the top of the tier, and then if there are ladies, they're always like at the bottom. And not always, but you'll see that, especially in finance, whether it's wealth managing or like yourself, being a partner in a venture capital company. What steps can you give for other ladies who are watching this that they can do to have more opportunities for women in this space, specifically when it comes to venture capital or wealth managing or raising money?
Well, I have two ideas here. Like I always say that for me, it was like really easy. I think like the venture capital world, it's like really ahead every other industry in tendencies and in what's the best. So the industry really understood really fast that women are necessary on this decision-making spaces. So I've seen it with all my colleagues also. We have a really big group that's called We Invest, that it's like all the women in Latin America that invest in tech, in technology, that invest. And it's an amazing group. And that group has made like a lot of inspiring things. And I see like every time a woman goes into the industry and she is strong enough, she grows really fast because the industry is looking for us. So, and also for the entrepreneurs. For me now, what I see on the tech industry is if you're a woman, it's a feature, not a bag anymore. So it's like everyone is looking for you. So if you show any sign of big vision and strong like execution, they're gonna go for you. So for me, it's like my career, it was really like a skyrocket, because every time like they put me on stage, they bring me to speak, I'm always like ahead, because they're looking for women that can do it. So my small industry of venture capital, it's really looking for women that is strong enough. So if you're strong enough, go after it, that you're gonna make it. I wanted to say something more, and I can but on the other side, I see there's more and more like women on the managing funds. So it's really good because we are allocating capital. So it's good because we are more propense to choose other women. So I think it's good because we don't have that bias. But on the LP side, I have really few women investors in my fund. And it's like, oh my God, why? What you said, like, why we don't invest? We are creating a lot of wealth. And the only way to create wealth is if you have equity. So you should have your own business. You should invest in equity. You should invest in things. So you must be an owner to make your wealth grow. So
I want you to say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, I believe it. So and we are making a lot of money because we are really active in the working space right now. So, but we are still giving our partners the power to invest our money. It's like, why? I always talk to my friends and I'm telling like, what's going on with your family money? I have no idea. Really? It's your money. Why you don't have I don't know. My husband managed the family budget. I just just work and I put my money, like, I don't care. Really, it's like, that's really important for you. You should, like, in the minimum side, you should understand what's going on,
Right.
what you have, what your family has, what you're doing, how you're investing, like in the minimum side. And of course you can take decisions over there. No, I don't understand it. No. Yes, you can understand it. Like, go for it. Ask, read. You are capable. Like, you can do it. It's not so difficult. If they can, we can. So you should, like, take the empower over there and look at your finance and start investing and create wealth for you and for your family, and for you, because you never know if you're gonna be with that partner for all of your life or whatever is gonna happen. So
It's that's my story. That's my story. You have to have control of your finances, and you have to have equity. Otherwise, things happen in life, and you will then be wondering what to do when you need to spend time somewhere else, not working, so it's so true. So true.
Yeah, we have the biggest wealth transfer for women coming up, just because, all this, and I always tell people, this group is just to create awareness of women, that we, no matter who your husband is, we love men, we love, no matter who your husband is, your dad, wherever we're coming from, like, but at one point we need to face that reality, that what if the husband dies, what if you go through divorce or whatever, and we need to be able to make decisions with that money, or just sell a company, the exit of a company, just have all the options and see what's available. So that's a really good just call to action to all the ladies, like, and I think that's what we all are here to understand, educate ourselves, and surround ourselves with people like yourself, who are making bold moves in different industries, and see how we can how we can help each other. So you have worked, of course, on the entrepreneurship side and the venture capital, but what are some challenges that, of course, other, you mentioned some, but what are some challenges that you have faced in the role, and how did you overcome them?
Well, fundraising is always really tough. It's always very difficult. You have to expose yourself out there. Many no's. We have more no's than yes when
Oh,
we
yeah.
are trying to get our funds, the capital committed. So it's really hard. You have to be really humble, because it's like, you are always getting many no's. So, but I think, like, you should have, like, a vision, what you want to build, really bold, and, like, work for it slowly, but keep on going, and it's going to happen. So sometimes it's slower than what you expected. Markets get really, we have had some difficult years with the rates really high. So it has been, like, tough markets for these alternative investments that we do. We have had, like, very few liquidity in many things. So it has been difficult, but you just keep on working and keep on doing what you know that it's the correct path. And on the long term, things are going to happen. So just keep going.
Great attitude. One of the other things that you talked about earlier was the different evaluations that you do with your startups. So give us some of the key factors or some of the things that stand out to you when you're trying to make decisions on who you're going to be investing into. So you mentioned that they have to be strong, powerful, positive attitude. But what are some of the other things that you evaluate in a startup before you'll invest?
Okay, I always say we choose people. It's like what we do. It's like we try to get talented people, and to invest in them. It's like we choose teams as the first thing. But then we have, like, two other big things that are really important. That it's what I told you, like a really bold vision of the future. You have to try to understand how the world is gonna be in 10 years from now. So you have to be, like, really futuristic and trying to understand how the human is going to evolve in the next years with the next technologies. For example, we really don't understand how our lives are going to change with AI. It's going to be really massive. So, for example, we try to understand that. Okay, so how's going to be the workforce, how we're going to work, how we're going to travel, how we're going to eat. And many of those things we try to anticipate how the world is going to look 10 years from now. So that vision is really important for us. And then we try to focus on a big problem. So you have to be working on something big, really big, and a huge market. And I don't care so much about the solution you have today. That solution you may pivot that solution, you may change it, you may like learn from the customers and go to another side. But if the problem is big enough, you're gonna stay stuck to the problem. So you also need the team to be really connected to that problem, because they're going to work on it for the next 10 years, and they have to work and they have to be there and really present there, because it's really difficult. So it's really tough. It's a long way. So you need to have that team connected to that problem in a really strong way. It's like you must have a really important like why we are doing it. So we try to look like for those three things are the main things we look at: the team, the vision, the problem with a huge market over there. Like, but sometimes we invest so early that the markets don't exist yet. We are creating new markets many times. So
are you currently looking at AI and how it's integrating into healthcare and how it's going to be changing our food? Do you have any startups that are in that area right now?
yes, for sure. We have AI with energy. We have AI with crops, like how we're gonna grow our food. We have AI with music, so entertainment also. We have AI with we have quantum computing also, like the next wave. We're looking ahead AI, that what's coming next after AI. We are already looking at that. So you try to understand the waves and the technology. Like these changes are gonna be much bigger than the internet on our businesses. So we're gonna get really productive in everything. Our efficiency is gonna grow really fast on everything. Whatever you do, you should start to use AI for your processes. I don't care what you do, in what industry you work, AI is going to be part of your company. So start doing it right now. And if you make it faster, it's going to be better, because you're going to get more productive than your competitors. So you should be using or applying AI in your whatever you do in your day-to-day working life.
Great advice.
Awesome. Ladies, do you have any questions for Valentina? Please raise your hand. And the other question, and my favorite question, is what does she builds, owns, invest mean to you?
Sorry, that question was for me?
Yes.
Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, what the brand she build, owns, invest means to you?
Oh, everything. I build, I own, I invest every day of my life. So
That's
like,
you, right?
I'm she. We are all she. We should be all she here.
We all, right? That's the brand. Like she's me, she's you, she's all of us here. So super excited for that. Okay, well we have some questions and I'm trying to look for the link. Tell us how people can connect with you.
With me, my LinkedIn, it's Valentina Terranova. You can write me over there, leave me a message. I will answer as soon as possible. I also have an X account. I'm always there looking. I'm not always like pushing content created by me, but I'm always retweeting things and interesting content about tech.
Great. So we do have a question from Vanessa. Do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yes. First off, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you shared. I've been learning a ton. And also thank you to the team of She for putting things together. Like, I think this these spaces for women are so beautiful, and it was so amazing to see everyone. It's always really amazing to see everyone like supporting each other and stuff like that. Like I just love it. My question was, recently I've been interested in like quantum computing, and I don't know if maybe that's a trend that you're seeing in the spaces that you're at. But I would love to hear your insights on that type of technology.
Okay, great. Thank you for being here. We are seeing like quantum is like the next wave after AI. It's like I got like the best definition I've ever had of quantum from who came our portfolio company. So I asked him, please, can you say what is quantum in a way that my grandmother can understand it? And he gave a great definition I'm going to share with. He told me, do you know when you have a coin and you start like flipping it and you can see for 1 second like the two faces of a coin? Well, it's he told me like computers, we all know they work with one and or zero. So it's a one or it's a zero, like all the computing coding we have right now. It's or a one or a zero. So what computing does, it's that you can have the both things at the same time. Like when the coin is flipping, you can see the both faces at the same time. That's what quantum computing does. So you can see the one and the zeros at the same time. So it makes computers really more efficient. So you can work with much more data and variables at the same time. So it makes like AI even bigger and even more capable of understanding data and crossing information at the same time. So it's like we're gonna leverage everything we have right now with quantum computing. So and the company we are invested in, it's like two guys that what they are doing, it's preparing companies to be ready to inject into the quantum computers. So they're getting the data basis of the companies you have right now, and they, with quantum algorithms, they're changing all the data to be ready so you can import it to a quantum computer and keep on growing your business even faster with that kind of computer. So right now it's really hard to get a quantum computer. There are a few in the world, but maybe they're gonna become mainstream in some years from now. So today they are really expensive and there are really few ones, but probably we all are going to have a quantum computer in our house in some years.
Thank you so much for such a great answer. I don't know if I could ask a follow-up question, sort of. Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to ask you. I'm fairly focused in real estate. That's like my niche right now, multifamily. But I know a few people that are like interested in getting in these spaces, and I have seen every now and then like there's a lot of like conferences that also focus a lot on like women in STEM as well, and women that are getting into entrepreneurship and things like that. And that's something that maybe in the future I would be super happy to be part of, but not for now. But I would love to recommend to these other amazing women like these types of spaces, especially because you mentioned, I think, a group that it's primarily Latin women, and I was just like my Mexican heritage was really happy. So I would love to know if you could recommend us more spaces like that.
Okay, I wrote the space over there. It's We Invest. It's like this women in tech investment system there. So it's a really incredible that it has made a lot in order to make like the data, to show the data of how important women are in the board decisions and the funds that have women in the investments decisions have better multiples than the ones that don't, and they have like the really strong data there. And for me it's like really easy, like we are looking for people and to try to see what's behind the people that's pitching us. And I always say that for me, women, we have like a seven another sense over there, that we can like read people much easier between lines.
Yes.
So for me, like, it's a superpower. We have to choose teams and to choose people and to choose where to invest. So and this industry understood it really easy. So I think spread the word to all the other industries.
Yeah, we were just talking with a future speaker who's going to be on in a few months, and she called it emotional intelligence, that we have this like intuition, we call it, that gut feeling that you get when you're in the negotiation boardroom or when you're meeting somebody for the very first time. And it is our superpower, I think. So glad you mentioned that.
I love that part that you mentioned, that being a woman in today's world is not a disadvantage but an advantage in the business world, because they are looking for us and we bring so much to the table. Just like you say, we need to own it, we need to embrace it, and we need to go for it, dream big and go for it. So thank you so much, Valentina. We seems like there's no more questions here. Okay, they are asking for the URL for the We Invest. Is that a Facebook group, LinkedIn, or is that where can they find more about that that group?
Oh, you're muted, Valentina.
Sorry, I was
It's-
looking for the URL. This one is the X account.
Oh, at We Invest For. Perfect. Okay.
Awesome. Any last words? We have 5 minutes, so this has been an amazing night. Any last words, Valentina?
No, thank you very much for having me here. I've had a lot of fun. It's really nice to be with this incredible group. I can feel like the energy from here. So thank you very much to everyone, and we'd love to connect with everyone. So just write to me.
Yeah, I put your link on the chat. Follow her or connect with her on LinkedIn and reach out to her. Thank you so much, Valentina. Any last questions, Candace? Thank you so much for inviting Valentina.
Yeah, it looks like Vanessa just popped in a quick question at the end about the impact. Have you seen a rise in impact investment funds in your industry in the last year or so? She just popped in there.
I think like the impact fund had a really impressive growth like 2 years ago. I think like now it's not so high because the industry it's having like it's more illiquid in this moment. We are not seeing like a lot of recycling capital as we saw like some years ago. So it's like a little bit smaller right now, but I think like everything in tech is impact. In deep tech, if you do deep tech, you are impacting like the new industries and a lot of people. So in the long way, it's everything. It's an impact investment for us.
And the very last thing that Roxy threw in, if someone wants to learn more about how to join your group for investing, how should they get a hold of you? Reach out to you in the LinkedIn area?
Yeah, for sure. Reach me and we can have a call and we can go one by one.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you were able to join us tonight, because I know we talked about this opportunity back in December. So I'm glad we were able to get to it sooner in the year versus later. And I'll be reaching out to you. I know we're going to see each other at some of the other Family Office Club meetings. And I've got some AI security stuff I want to run by you. So I'll reach out separately.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Valentina. We will see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye.